Hello everybody, this is Catfight, and this is a Black Ops 2 gameplay. It's kind of sad that, you know, I don't really post other COD gameplays. I think maybe because I trade in those older CODs for the newer ones that come out during the years. But, yeah, this game just is quite a disappointment for me. I don't find myself craving to play it like I did with Black Ops 1. And Black Ops 1, I did find my IT gun, which was the AUG. But in this game, I haven't found that IT gun for me. So I don't know if you guys have any recommendations. Go ahead and let me know, and I'll give them a try. Anyway, so I hope you guys had a great New Year's Eve. I spent it with my family. There was tons of food. We had what's called menudo, and if you guys don't know what menudo is, there's a little picture of it on the top. You guys don't want me to tell you what it is, because some of you might be like, oh my gosh, it's like one of those things that has to be in Bizarre Foods, but it's really good. It depends on how you prepare it, and most of you would kind of cringe on what. Oh, you guys want to know what it is? I'll say what it is. Okay, I'm not embarrassed to say it. It's cow stomach. Yeah. Well, in my culture, I'm a Hispanic, and in my culture, that is like really good. And in other parts of the country, it's almost like a delicacy, almost. But some people can't stand it, but other people really like it. And in my family, we really, 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 really like it. And also in our culture, another favorite dish is barbacoa, and that is cow tongue. And yeah, you guys might be like, "What the frick, Catfight?" But yeah. But in my culture, we like it. So. Sorry if I kind of made you guys disgusted. Anyway, so this commentary is going to be about What If. It's a series that I started before the year ended, and I think I only made one video about it. But in this What If series, I just talk about, what if this happened, or what if this actually did come true. And I got many of my ideas based on my dreams. And in my dreams, I have some really freaked out dreams, but it's kind of bizarre. But anyways, there's one dream that did stick with me, and that is the topic that I'm going to talk about right now, and that is the end of the world. I don't really believe in it because we don't know. Nobody cannot predict the end of the world. It is impossible. The only person that knows is the big papa, the main guy, the big one, the big guy, and he's the only one that can know. So, I mean, we can guess as many times as we want when the world might end, but we just don't know. There is nothing set in stone. I remember when people even came up to me, because in my job, I had a lot of people come up to me and they're like, "So do you believe in the end of the world?" And I'm like, "Fuck no." No, joking, I didn't say that. But they're like, "Oh, is it going to end? Do you think it will?" And I'm like, "Yes." No, I was just messing with them. "You're gonna burn in the pits of hell." No, but no, I didn't tell them that. That would actually freak them out. But they were kind of flipping out because of the whole Mayan calendar thing, and I tried to explain it to them because the Mayan civilization, they always had a calendar. Let's put it that way, and their calendars did reach an ending point, and that turned out to be the point where their cycle would end, either harvesting period where they would just, start a new calendar for a new harvesting period. I don't know if that made any sense, but I try to put it in that plain terms for them, and they still didn't get it. But the Mayans did not create a calendar to depict, the end of the world. That wasn't their ultimate thing. To them, it was the end of the end of a cycle, I guess you can say, the beginning of a new era. Not an era, but a new beginning, I guess. A fresh start, you might want to say, but a lot of people took that the wrong way and they just blew it out of proportion. But I did have dreams about it, believe it or not, and you can't help but be intrigued by the topic. I mean, who wouldn't be? To be prepared at all times, create a freaking bunker. There is a show, I don't know the name of the show, but it is on cable, where these people actually make bunkers, and this one guy was able to make his bunker out of school buses. He made a underground bunker out of these school buses, and he poured concrete over the buses, and he said that is the cheapest way to build a fallout, I guess. and he spent his whole entire life preparing this. And this guy, I believe, was in his 80s. I'm not too sure his age, but this just say that he dedicated his life to this, and now his grandchildren were going to take over it. And I found it really interesting because, you know, if I had the funds, there is no doubt where I would build a Fallout. And during the Cold War, I think many people did invest in Fallouts. I mean, they invested their life savings into this. And if you guys don't know about the Cold War, just go ahead and research on it, where the Americans were against the Soviets, and they were just so afraid of nuclear warfare that many of them did, you know, spend some of their savings onto a Fallout. And to me, it's like, okay, well, if you have the money, go ahead and do it. I know maybe if I had the opportunity, maybe I would, but I don't know if that would be a great thing to do, because you would be constantly focusing on the end, not about what you should be focusing on your family, on your life, and whatever. But just think about it. I mean, just the thought of the world ending really makes people afraid, because who doesn't want to die? I mean, nobody wants to die. I mean, not unless you have some issues, you need to talk to somebody about it. But I sure as hell do not want to die, because we're still young and so forth. But I guess the whole idea of the world ending just intrigues many people to the point where they just want to predict that day of coming, I guess. And that's why you have those psychics that come on TV and they start saying, oh, well, the day is going to end and so forth based on my calculations. And you just start thinking to yourself, well, that's a bunch of baloney, because nobody cannot do that. I mean, what type of calculations are you using? Are you using algebra? Are you using geometry? I don't even know what the heck type of algebra is out there. But I mean, is there like an apocalyptic algebra that we don't know about that you're using to configure or to think about this number that you're coming up with? I don't know. But you have those people. And I remember I had a friend of mine that was telling me the story about how this company profited on insurance about the end of the world. And it's funny, because you need to think about it. These people are selling you insurance about the end of the world when they're profiting from it, like they're getting money from it. And how is that gonna do you any good when the world's gonna end? I mean, why do you want money? I would be freaking trading cans of food and bottles of water, I don't know. But, money, so, I mean, you need to be very thoughtful of that. Like, people are profiting off of this idea, especially making books about it. I don't know. I mean, there's just strange people out there that just really want to manipulate people's fears. And it does work. I think that's why that show is so popular, because they kind of follow the lives of those people who build bunkers and prepare themselves. And that guy is the one that I was talking to you guys about, the 80-year-old who built his bunker out of school buses. It is interesting, but I would have wasted that money on my grandchildren's education or something. I don't know. But it's just an interesting topic that I wanted to cover with you guys. Anyways, I hope you guys like this series. If you guys have any more topics you want me to talk about in my next commentary, or I don't know, just if you have something on your mind you want to ask me, just go ahead and leave it in the questions, and I'll take it in consideration in my other types of topics or series, I guess. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. And I'm so sorry for the lag of the video. I'm trying to still fix that. So until next time, guys, have a good one. Take care, and bye-bye.